Hello everyone and welcome to NEET Mentor. As you already know, MCC has launched its counseling bulletin, or you can say information bulletin counseling scheme for the year of 2021 for the courses of MD, MS, DNB and MDS. So in this particular session we are going to clear your all the doubts or any question that you have if you have went through it, or in case you didn't go through it because you don't have much time to go through the long document. So I will be clearing you all the questions or important points you must be knowing in this single video. Related to DNB counseling, how it's getting clubbed and what will be the impact, reservation policy that got implemented, how it will be implemented in DNB and All India quota 50%, first round counseling is free exit or not, central university seat distribution in all the central universities, how is the seat distributed, and seat distribution, registration fee and the security deposit, and the performer for SC, ST, OBC and EWS cat. So we'll talk in detail. Before that, if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe the channel. It's really great platform for all of you to get the updates, information and the counseling details. You can also subscribe to our paid counseling guidance services. Right now we are giving you discount of 20% on availing the paid counseling guidance, because this year it is going to be complex since they have clubbed DNB and there are other rules they have implemented that we'll talk in detail in this video. And in the description you can see ebooks available for deemed universities, open state and DNB counseling, and you can join our Telegram group as well. And don't forget to like the video. So let's get started, and the important points starting of the video. The first round is free exit. So once you get any seat, you do any kind of mistake, so there is no harm. So because in the first round you are optional to choose the seat, you can go for next round. Seat allocated in the second round must be taken, else you won't be allowed to participate in other counseling process. So be careful that seat allocated to you in All India quota in the second round or deemed, you have to take the seat. 15% of the seats in deemed universities are under the NRI quota for those candidates who is for dental as well as medical. Okay, and you must you may face in the future about the three terms: new vacancies, clear cut vacancies and virtual vacancies. So clear cut vacancies are those vacancies which are coming from round 1. Those seats are not allocated in round 1, those are vacant, that's called clear cut vacancies, or those seats which are not taken. So after every round they publish seat matrix. New vacancies are those which are added during the round, which seats were not available in round 1 but now available in round 2 or mop-up round. Those are new vacancies. And virtual vacancies are those which gets created when a candidates wants to upgrade their seat. So in round 1 they got some seat, and in round 2 they want to upgrade. During upgradation they leave the previous allotted seat, and the previous allotted seat is nothing but called virtual vacancies, which is available at the run time for other students. Other important points: students of Jammu and Kashmir territory will not be able to participate in All India quota 50%. They won't be able to do the choice filling. So when you go for choice filling, you will be having the option for All India quota, deemed universities and DNB. So now the choice filling is going to be more complicated. Already for DNB you have thousands of options available for you, and on top of that All India quota and deemed universities. So this time the counseling is going to happen in very fast mode. That's why in very well ahead before the examination they have launched their information bulletin with all the rules, so that candidates are very much aware, familiar with the rules, and they can plan in advance. PWD reservation now increased from 3% to 5%, and there is other conversion counseling conversion algorithm also that I'll discuss. So for SC and ST, the reservation is exactly same as earlier, 15% and 7.5%. For OBC non-creamy layer, as per the central OBC list, is 27% as per the new reservation policy, and for EWS is 10%. For PWD is horizontal reservation across all the categories is 5%. Okay, who will participate? I mean, so how many seats are available in distribution of seats for all India quota. 50% is available under MCC, 50% seats of BHU, 50% seats of AMU, and 50% seats of all other central universities and deemed universities. Now, what is conversion algorithm? Conversion algorithm happens during round 2 all India quota, because after round 2 there is no round 3 for all India quota 50%. The remaining seats or the leftover seats are sent to the state government for their respective states, and the respective states get those seats, and they are now authorized to do the counseling process for the leftover seats. And the conversion algorithm will happen for deemed university and central university during mop-up round. So how it happens? If any seat, there are like for example 10 seats are there in ST category and number of candidates are 7, so the number of candidates are exhausted, and still after all candidates coming from ST category are allotted the seat, and still 3 seats are vacant, so those 3 seats will be transferred to for SC category. And similarly for SC category, if seats are vacant, then they will be transferred for UR category. For ST PW category, seats will be transferred to ST category, SC PW seats will be transferred to SC category, UR PWD to UR category, OBC PWD to OBC category. So this is way how the conversion happens, and this conversion happens at state level private colleges also. In UP, when the minority colleges after during mop-up round, they have after all the seats are allocated to minority colleges and still the seats are vacant in minority category, so they are converted into UR for open categories. Now the seat distribution for central universities. So under the central institutes, Delhi University, Aligarh Muslim University, that is called AMU, and BHU Banaras Hindu University, CIP and CIP Ranchi and IP University, and you have other central colleges. So let's see how the seat is distributed. For Delhi University, 50% is given to all India quota, and remaining 50% seat are internal seats, means those candidates who have done their MBBS from Delhi universities are eligible to participate for 50% internal quota seats, and they get so much of advantage in terms of cutoff. Similarly for AMU, they have two different categories, 50% all India quota and 50% internal seats. The concept remains same. BHU, the same concept, and CIP Ranchi, Central Institute of Psychiatry Institute, which is a central institution. The 100% seats are allocated through NEET PG counseling, and there is no internal or state quota for this institution, and MCC plays the complete role for seat allocation. When you coming for central institutes like VMMC Delhi, SJH, ABB, IMS, RML Delhi, ESIC, and those central institute, then they have 50% internal quota and 50% all India quota. Now coming to DNB counseling, that's very hot topic, and I might create other videos also how it's going to be different from last time. So I will particularly focus on the counseling processes and how it will be different from last time. So for DNB counseling, there are 4 rounds. For MCC all India, there are two rounds, and for deemed universities, central universities, there are 4 rounds, and DNB 4 rounds. So first 3 rounds will be taken care by MCC, and MCC will be the authority for first 3 rounds, and the last round, that is a stay vacancy round, will be conducted by the old owner, that is NB. And all candidates, including Jammu and Kashmir, see, in all India quota, Jammu and Kashmir candidates were not eligible, but here even Jammu Kashmir candidates are eligible to participate. And the reservation policy, that's very important point. Don't think that 27% OBC, 10% EWS, 15% SC, 7.5% ST, and 5% PWD, the same reservation policy will be applicable for DNB? No, it has its own policy, and it's not in percentage. At the college level, they distribute the seats for category students. It's very important point, and you should be very clear on it. If you don't have clarity, again ask, and don't miscalculate that you have this much reservation in DNB and you will get some seats. the cutoff will not be following the last year trend. So any candidate who is looking to get the seat based on last year trends, so he will be misguided. You have to keep in mind all the factors, because the counseling process is getting clubbed and the candidates will be not having any kind of like not having more options to choose among, and they have to be in defensive side to take a seat and take rest, like that. So it will impact state level counseling also. I will talk in detail in other videos about it. And there will be round 1, round 2. In round 1, all India quota 50% will be there, deemed universities, central universities and DNB. Round 2, after round 2, the vacant all India quota seats will be transferred to their respective states as per the direction from the Supreme Court, and mop-up round will be conducted by MCC. So first 3 rounds are conducted by MCC. In the mop-up round, you will have the deemed universities, central universities and DNB. A stay vacancy round will be conducted by their institution for deemed universities and central universities, but for DNB it will be conducted by NBE. In DNB, the stay vacancy round doesn't get conducted by individual institution, because there are 500 plus institutions. It gets conducted by NBE, and last year it happened in online mode, but this year I am expecting to get it conducted in offline mode. Now talking about the tuition fee. There are 2 types of tuition fee that you have to pay at the time of registration. One is registration fee, other is refundable security deposit. So when it comes to all India quota, 1000 rupees and central universities, you have to pay. The registration fee is 1000 for UR category and 500 for SC ST other reserved category, 5000 for deemed universities, and security deposit is 2 lakhs for deemed universities. Okay, so you have to pay like 2 lakhs plus 5000 at the time of registration if you are registering for deemed universities. For all India quota and central universities, the security deposit is 25,000, and for ST ST is 10,000. So these are the registration fees. See, you are having a performer available for all the ST, ST, OBC, PWD and EWS certificates. If you are not having it, you can ask us, we will send you. You need to have the certificates, your category certificates available in that particular performer. You have so much of time, you have ample time, you can ask your family members, you focus on study, they can get it ready in particular performer, so that in future don't have any kind of problem. It's always better to keep everything ready before time, so that at the last moment you don't have hassle. And for that you need to check the bulletin. So that's it from our side. Hope I have covered all the important points. I can't say that all the points are covered, but most of the points which are important to common people, common candidates, is covered. And if you have any kind of questions, please let us know in the you can call us on to the WhatsApp number 9319128677, or you can call or WhatsApp us. You can comment in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video. So thanks for watching and have a great day.